near, far, wherever you may be. And we're underway. Nathan Luquez from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania. Army's going to be in the gold singlets. In the red, that's Ed Scott for the Wolfpack. Also from Pennsylvania, in on a shot is Luquez. Head on the inside. He's one of the captains of the Black Knights. Continuing to work up out the back door now. Scott draped over top. Scott trying to get a stalemate out of this. He's got his legs scissored, an arm and a head as he works on that belly whizzer. Luquez not giving up on that position yet. And there is the stalemate. Good defense from Ed Scott, the junior ranked 9th in the nation. He's a 2-time national qualifier and an All-American, placed 5th last year, was a round of 12 as a freshman. He did take an early season loss just last week to Purdue at the Collegiate Classic, but he is got sky-high potential still as he gets out of a shot by Luquez. So Luquez has taken both offensive shots so far. Scott, though, good defense. They're up to their feet. They go out of bounds. And we're down to the last 15 seconds. No, that is not 15 seconds. I got to get the scoreboard up somewhere. We have 1 minute and 20 to go. I don't know where the 15 seconds came from. Still plenty of time. First period, no stall warnings yet. Short offense. Scott shoots Luquez almost out of bounds. Good job by Luquez to circle back. Now his heels are at the boundary line again. Scott, that underhook is doing a good job of moving Luquez around. They go out of bounds. As both wrestlers mosey back to the center. Back in his collar ties. These guys are throwing some very heavy hands in those collar ties. Another shot by Luquez. He's in fairly deep again, going out the back door, but this is where Scott was able to get a stalemate at the first sequence. We get an early stalemate, 38 seconds in. You can see the cadets on the sideline, or on the sideline, right, Matt's side there, as now it's Scott in on a single leg. Whizzer, shallow whizzer though from Luquez. And Scott fights through that positioning. Now he's got the back. Luquez goes for a Granby, but he's going to give up the 2. As the cadets continue to file in, there is a nice little switch, reversal, and had the legs crossed up. If this was a freestyle match, he transitioned into a lace there, but it is folk style. And in short time, that was big for Luquez. Now just a 2-point reversal, but a 3-point takedown. So Scott in the lead by 1. As he walks back to the mat, might be favoring one of his legs. Tough to tell. Yeah, the cadets are fired up by that reversal at the end of the first period. They are boots at the mat. As we start the second, Luquez breaks Scott down, but he's able to sit out and escape. Luquez right in on a shot again, staying aggressive, but Scott's defense is too good. Back to the center. Wrestling from space early in the second period. 2-point lead for Scott. Riding time not a factor. Decent-sized crowd here in Crystal Arena. There's a shot on Scott, and there goes the stall call. So Scott with his first warning, but the crowd is going to sound louder than they are in numbers because that is what the cadets do here. And nice snap down, go behind, trip the back legs, forward trip, and there is 3 more. So Scott weathers the storm, does pick up a stall warning, but gets the takedowns and leads 7-2. Just under a minute left in the second period. Luquez stands, turns, and he's out fairly easily. Chops that lead down to 4 points. Scott, though, winning the takedown battle, and with 3-point takedowns and no changes to escapes and reversals. There's a nice shot, but Scott ghost legs Luquez. Another shot by Luquez, and the re-attack from Scott. He'll get 3 more, so it's not enough just to be aggressive and take those shots. You have to watch out as you're coming back from those shots. And if you're Scott, just efficient counterattacking. Maybe the match isn't going 100% to game plan. Certainly didn't want to give up that reversal at the end of the first period, but otherwise taking control of this match with 3 3-point takedowns. 10-3 lead. He's going to get the ride out here. Got a leg in. Power half on the other side. Just needs to ride for a few more seconds. And they'll go to the third, commanding 7-point lead. And Scott, where in the past you wouldn't be thinking major, but those 3-point takedowns, they add up quickly. They're in neutral. Luquez needs to get on his offense to find a way back into this match. Now it's Scott that is pushing Luquez out, and the Wolfpack bench are looking for a stall warning. Luquez, a national qualifier from Gibsonia, PA. Scott from Du Bois, or Du Bois. Apologies for not knowing how to say that. Also from PA. So PA on PA. Not a surprise that state produces so many wrestlers for the D1 level. Another shot from Luquez, and there's the stall point now for the second stall warning on Scott. Does that leave an opening for Luquez to get back in here as Scott starts to pick up his pace? And the re-attacks by Scott. He gets the go behind. And the same story as earlier, weathering the storm, keeping Luquez from his takedowns and countering. Escape, and now in again for Luquez. Comes out the back, and now his first takedown. He can do that a couple more times. I don't think Scott is out of gas. I think he just got out of position, and it's late in this match. 13-8, though. 5-point lead. Riding time not a factor. Is Luquez going to cut him here? That strategy becomes more effective with the 3 points. Optional start from Luquez, going to go for a side cradle. It's on the foot. And they want more stalling on Scott, saying he's not building up. Luquez out to the side, under 20 to go now. Can't afford to hang out there. Looking for the comeback headlock. Scott pretty proficient in upper body moves. So he doesn't go there, and then once again able to fend off Luquez's shots. Time runs out. Awesome fight by Nathan Luquez, but better defense and opportunistic counterattacks by Ed Scott. He'll take this one 14-8. Regular decision, but very close to a major. And that's how you kick off a dual meet. Lots of action there. Let's hope it continues. We're going to move up to 165 pounds. We've got Dalton Harkins, Malvern prep grad in PA, originally from PA, so back-to-back PA wrestlers for Army West Point. In the gold singlet, taking on AJ Kovacs, the first of 3 Connecticut wrestlers for the Wolfpack. So 3 nutmeggers in the starting lineup. A rarity in D1 wrestling. Just having 3 wrestlers from Connecticut on the team is pretty rare, let alone making the lineup. And then you have Kevin Jack on the coaching staff. His brother, little brother, we'll see later, Ryan, another one of the Connecticut wrestlers. But enough about Connecticut. We're at West Point in New York, as Kovacs is in on a single leg. Nice defense, scrambling from Harkins. He picks an ankle. And we have potentially dangerous, so we'll get a restart. Harkins a junior for West Point. Kovacs a sophomore for the Wolfpack. Still 0-0, a little over a minute down in this second match here at Crystal Arena. And fighting in the center. Level change from Kovacs, trying to make something happen. Harkins shuts him down. They're pummeling in the center of the mat. We get a stalemate. Referee would like a fresh start, see if we get some more action generated. Early in this bout still. And now there's Harkins trying to drag Kovacs down. No 2 yet. Almost had it, but Kovacs recovered just in time. Now he's locked around the crotch. Harkins holding on to that left leg. And we got freestyle exposure, but no points yet. Maybe neutral danger now, though, as Kovacs is behind, but he cannot free that left leg, so we do not have a score. Harkins holding on for dear life. And now we want potentially dangerous. And just a stalemate instead, but nice exchange. Things starting to pick up here as we get close to the end of the first period. Back in the collar ties, forehead to forehead. Harkins down to a knee. Final 5 seconds of the first period. A little more tactical, a little slower than the first period, but then it did pick up for that nice flurry that ended in a stalemate. No scores. We go to the second. Kovacs will choose the bottom position. Second period underway. Kovac building up to his base. Out to the side, looking for a cradle. Rolls through, and now Harkins almost had Kovacs in trouble. He was going for it. Appreciate the effort there by Harkins, trying to make something happen. But Kovacs was able to wriggle free. Not locked up tight enough to get any swipes there. So just the 1 point on the escape. As Kovacs popped his head, kicked free. They're back to neutral. Dicey there for a moment. 1-0 halfway through the second period. No stall warnings yet for either wrestler. There's a nice shot from Kovacs, covering a lot of ground, but Harkins able to sprawl. Blocking at the hips. Kovacs able to fight through, get some height. Harkins back to that sprawl, trying to stuff that head down to the mat, and there is a stalemate. Good defense by Harkins. Back to the center of the mat. Short time in the second period. Just the escape points so far. A couple nice flurries. And time is up in the second. So we will go to the third. It is Harkins' choice. He wants to go underneath. Opportunity to tie things up with an escape of his own. He's got 30 seconds of riding time. Chances are it's not going to be a factor. Although, right out would do it for Kovacs. Harkins immediately up to his base. Now he stands. He's peeling hands. And he's free. Score is knotted up. Neither wrestler is ranked. This is one of Army's most favorable matchups. NC State brought just about everybody. Well, they did bring all of their starters, all their ranked wrestlers. We may see a substitute at 1 or 2 weights, but a backup at NC State, very capable of doing damage in March in many cases. So we'll see how this one plays out here, though. Minute 15 to go. There's a stall warning on Harkins as Kovacs shoots in. Now he's trying to go out the back. Harkins once again clinging to an ankle. Kovacs gets his right foot planted and he's turned and facing Harkins. Harkins in a bouncing act. He has to watch out for neutral danger. He's able to twist and turn and get to his belly, but Kovacs still improving. 40 seconds remaining in the match. In regulation, this is a pivotal point in the match. Kovacs turning, going the other way. Harkins holding on to those legs. The scramble continues. 15 seconds remaining in regulation. Harkins locked behind the leg. He's trying to hip over now. He's got 5 seconds. Kovacs hasn't come all the way around yet either, and no points. Twisted like a pretzel. So we race the riding time. It's 2 minutes. You see the lights flicker. We're going to sudden victory. Period number 4. Next score wins. There is a stall warning on Harkins. Cannot afford to coast. Not that he's looking to do that. But he does have to be wary of it. Kovacs diving in. He's got an ankle, and there we go again. Scramble. Harkins, he's still got a leg. Kovacs trying to come behind. He's very close. Now we're in the same similar position. Harkins elevates. He goes back in. He's got Kovacs in trouble. Can he finish? He keeps his hips in there. It is 3-point takedown, 4-1 victory. Ace Cadets are loving it. Look how close they are. They're about, they got to hold each other back. Fired up in the Crystal Arena. Harkins gutted it out, somehow did not give up a takedown in either of those scrambles, and then in sudden victory, he found a way. So 3-3. Team scores are knotted up. Now we've got senior versus freshman, number 21, Alex Faison for NC State, taking on freshman from Georgia, Gunnar Filipowicz for Army. Gunnar's brother is the captain of the Army football team, so West Point already in the family. Comes from Woodward Academy in Georgia. As Faison looks for a throw by, drops down to a leg. Shallow whizzer by Filipowicz, but he's cranking that pretty hard on the left shoulder. He'll get a stalemate. Faison from Whispering Springs, North Carolina. No, Whispering Pines. I'm sorry, even more mysterious sounding town. It's where you'd set a murder mystery if you were writing one or creating one in North Carolina. He's a one-time national qualifier. Tight front headlock from Faison. He's on his knees in short offense. He is digging those knuckles in underneath the chin. Filipowicz wrestles out of it. Back to center. Shot from Filipowicz. He's got that right leg. I don't think it's a sleeve. I think that's taped up, but he doesn't seem to be favoring either one, left leg or right leg. Wrist snap from Filipowicz, gets out of that hand fight. Back to the center. Big clubs getting back into those collar ties, forehead to forehead. Physical bout, which is unexpected. Both of these teams full of physical wrestlers. Our third bout of the night. It's been fun so far. Back and forth, 3-3. Ed Scott, nearly a major over Nathan Lucas at 157 for the Wolfpack. Then Harkins in sudden victory over Kovacs, the match before this one. Now we're at 174. Got 45 seconds left in the first period. Faison taking a little bit of ground from Filipowicz, but not a lot of action otherwise. Faison pressuring in. And a beautiful level change, high C, but Filipowicz dives, forward roll, he dives again. Doesn't want to get caught there. Faison almost sticks him. Faison trying to go behind. Oh, really picked up there. 8 seconds to go. They go to bounce here on the near side of the mat towards the camera. We've got blood time. Not sure whose blood. I'm guessing Gunnar Filipowicz's. And while we break the action, I'll just go ahead and shout out Gunnar Filipowicz for helping me sign on to the internet when I was here earlier. Uploaded some interviews. You can catch those on www.flowwrestling.org, the website you're watching, if you are watching on your laptop, desktop, tablet, on the web, etc. Was in the Army wrestling room in the offices for the coaches. And Gunnar came in and got me on the guest Wi-Fi, so thanks, Gunnar. I'm in your debt. I also found out during that exchange that I am not the first person to ever point out that Gunnar has the most appropriate name for a person in the military. So he said, people have mentioned that to him, that he's at Army and his name is Gunnar. So I couldn't resist. To me, it was too perfect of a name. But he was a good sport about it. Dumb dad jokes aside. now it's all business on the mat once he gets that nose plugged up. I guess now we're just waiting on the mats. We got a lot of folks willing to pitch in here. That's what the Army's about. Duty, honor, country is probably what they would say it's about. That's written all over campus here. Beautiful campus. Can't recommend a trip to West Point enough if you are in the area. Oh, almost got all the blood up. Faison, as mentioned, he's ranked 21 in the nation. Pretty good for a local North Carolinian. Wolfpack recruit all over the country, but they do a good job of developing local talent as well. Probably most famously Mike Machiavello, local North Carolinian and NC State national champ. As the final seconds tick away in the first period after the extended blood time, so we're going to go to the second period. There's the cotton swab up the right nostril. So it was coming from Gunner, but appears to be all good now. And Faison starts down in the second. Riding that ankle was Filipowicz. Faison, though, able to kick free, kind of a stand/sit, and a re-attack on the skinny part of the mat, far side. They run out of real estate. They're coming back. And did we lose the nose plug already? We may get another blood time. Yep. Maybe one day we'll go back to the blood sport style, where you just MMA. Yeah, just wrestle in the blood. You know, the mat will be all stained. Put some canvas out there and just keep going. But no, it's good that they clean up the blood. It's good that they're not wrestling on that. We want this to be a palatable sport for the entire family. It certainly is a tough sport. There's no way around that. These guys are going at it. It's a physical battle. Especially impressive for Filipowicz as a freshman going in there. It's not a red shirt program, but you do a prep year at the Military Academy Prep School, MAPS they call it. Defer enrollment for a year, but then after that, you get 4 years and that's it. There's no red shirting, there's no extra COVID years. Military academies train you to be officers for 4 years, and then you go serve your country. As a shot keeps Filipowicz at bay. Kovacs, I don't know who would be a more offensive wrestler at this point. Kovacs does have the lead 1-0. There's a shot from Filipowicz. He had his hand on an ankle. But Faison is up, and then he reattacks. Now he's got Filipowicz up in the air. See Coach Adam Hall saying to bring Filipowicz back to the mat. How about another roll through by Filipowicz? That fired up the crowd. He timed that perfectly to avoid giving up a point. Head coach Pat Popolizio comes over. He has some words for the referee. And there's a warning for each bench. I don't know why they warned both benches. I would have just said, thanks, coach, I got it. But I don't know. I'm not a ref. I don't want that job. I do not envy it. Those guys do a very tough job. I'm not here to presume otherwise. There's a shot from Filipowicz, blocked by Faison, and he goes back to that front headlock he had earlier in the first period. 10 seconds, front headlock by Faison still. Filipowicz fights out of that. You see, they are in a brawl here. As Filipowicz wants to get back into this match immediately. Kind of blows a snot rocket onto the mat. Blood rocket, whatever you want to call it. But he's not backing down. Faison trying to go a senior, you're a freshman, trying to take it to him, but Filipowicz is rising to that challenge. Faison looking pretty tough, though. You never know from watching him wrestle, but these are all really nice guys. But then you blow that whistle, and it's game on. But this is absolutely I believe the term is slobber knocker of a bout. Filipowicz underneath in the third, gonna try to tie it up. Faison comes out to the front, Filipowicz is out. Riding time's not gonna be a factor. 1-1. We got another tight bout. Now the cadets are getting into it. Once again, they are lined up. Toes on the mat. Well, no, toes at the mat. There's a shot level change. Filipowicz has a single leg. Faison trying to stuff him. And Filipowicz fights through. There's three. And this freshman wants to make a statement here against the ranked senior. A lot of match to go, but a 3-point lead. Got the hammerlock in the back. Faison up to his knees. He's up to his base. Filipowicz trying to ride for as long as possible against the leg lace. There's no points there, but freshman jogs back to the center. Cadets right on top of those wrestlers as they go out of bounds. The crowd is getting into it. There's a flag that's being waved literally over the mat. And we have a caution on Faison. You get 2 cautions. But he wants to get out in a hurry. An escape and then a takedown for Faison would obviously do it. But he's going to look at, or he's looking at a 3-point deficit. Filipowicz could get a ride, but he doesn't. Faison's out quickly. 2-point lead, less than a minute to go. Can Filipowicz get the upset and give Army the 3-point lead? He's got 45 seconds to wrestle. Faison has been in some decent attacks. He was very close to scoring on the far side of the mat when Filipowicz flipped his way to well, they went out of bounds, but good defense. Arm drag, nice arm drag by Faison. Filipowicz recovered just in time. Another shot. Didn't set it up. Filipowicz stops him, another shot. He's in deep. This is close. Filipowicz locked around the belly. He's got 5 seconds. Technical violation. Time, are we? No. There it is. What was the technical violation? It was on Faison, but there it is. Doesn't matter. The moment belongs to Gunnar Filipowicz as he takes out number 21, Alex Faison. He pumps up the crowd. And how's about that match from the freshman from Woodward Academy, Georgia? He forgot to get his hand raised. So kind of a curtain call for Filipowicz there. So it was a singlet grab. So Faison was underneath there trying to finish that takedown. Came real close, but maybe the singlet grab helped him get in a better position. All right, so late theatrics and drama at 65 and 74. Both went the way of the West Pointers. And now we got another one where Army matches up pretty nicely. You got Ben Pazook, another senior captain for Army at 184, taking on the redshirt freshman Dylan Fishback for NC State. Fishback only ranked 29th Bazook 26th. Both these guys have a lot of potential. Fishback especially came in a lot of fanfare from Aurora, Ohio. Bazook from Carrollton, Ohio. So 2 Ohioans out on the mat right now. Some tape just went flying. As no surprise, this is going to be another physical bout. Look at that top of the head and just driving Bazook out of bounds there with the, just leading him on with his head. And we get a stalemate, a little less than a minute into our 4th bout of the evening. There's a nice shot from Fishback, and that's why I think he'll be climbing in these rankings. 29, a little low, but that's what happens when you start out as a redshirt freshman. So trying to swing the momentum back in the favor of the Wolfpack. This Fishback. Thigh prize riding tough. Now Bazook gets up to his feet. He's peeling hands. Fishback has to bring him down, and there with a trip he does. Avoids any stall calls. Keeps the riding time clock going in his favor. Run out of real estate here close to our camera. And we're back to the center. Bazook shakes out his arms, gets in referee's position. So 6-3 team score, but Fishback in the lead early in this match, though. A lot of time to go. Bazook is out as they go flying across the mat. So 3-1 is the score for this bout now as the cadets come to life. Shot from Bazook, but and if you don't finish clean or you leave an opening for a lot of these guys, especially these Wolfpackers, they're on you. Nice arm spin from the seated position and from short offense, but there was Fishback ready to pounce, and he extends the lead 6-1 now. Fishback, I should mention, looks like a very full-size 184-pounder. Plus, he's got a guy named Trent Hiley to work out with. Trent is going to be the most credentialed wrestler on either team that we'll see on the mat. He's coming up next. Granby attempts off the whistle for Bazook. Good follow by Fishback. Looking for a switch now. Fishback just sticking to him. Riding time up to 1:25 and counting, and he's going to hang on to that ankle as time runs out. So nice ride out for the redshirt freshman, Dylan Fishback. He leads 6-1, and that's exactly what he wanted for that first period. I mean, everybody's going to say a first period pin would be preferable. But absent that pin, 2 takedowns and a ride out, not bad. So caution on Fishback, jump the gun. He's going to try to add to that lead with an escape. There's the whistle, clean start. Fish back up to his base again. Tripod. Quad pod. Bipod. There's a well-timed ankle pick from Pazuki. He's got to get off that ankle. There we go, or he's going to get hit for stalling. They bear crawl to the far side of the mat, I should say, and they go out of bounds. Still 6-1. Pazuki did get that riding time down, though. It's under a minute. See in the corner, Coach Kevin Ward in his 10th year here at Army. Saying keep him down a little bit longer. On that ankle, will he be able to climb up in time? And see the way Fishback timed that. Knew that Pazuki had to climb up and hit a switch. It was like a flying switch, if I could coin a phrase for a new move, but that's something I want to see broken down. If anybody's listening and does those clips where you just slow-mo back and forth. That switch was with one leg, but timed for the climb up and pounce by Pazuki. And it works splendidly. Just 2 points on the reversal, so it goes from 6 to 8. No 3-point reversal. I think they could go ahead and make that rule change as well. See no reason to make reversals worth less than a takedown, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. All right, Pazuki's up to his feet, and he's out of bounds. No stall call. So 50 seconds left in the second period. Riding time ticking back up in Fishback's favor. Now Pazuki's up to his feet. Oh, is he going to go head and arm? He was reaching back. And now Pazuki kicks free. 20 seconds remaining in the second period. Riding time is over a minute. 6-point deficit. Pazuki shoots in. And he finishes in short time. And that'll fire the crowd up again. Pazuki trails by 3. They're going to go neutral. And we got to look at the clock. And we need to put 2 minutes on the clock. I think the score's right. They messed up, or they momentarily had the score wrong. So Desi, our guy, is running over. We got to fix this up because coaches want that period to go on. We got to hopefully figure this out. And they're good to go. There's the 2. At one point it was 11-2, but then they fixed it and made it 8-5. And maybe that's going backwards or taking points off. Might have jumbled them up. But anyway, Riding time is going down, though. That's not supposed to be happening. So all the folks are getting antsy, but this is any scoring system. So the running time has been put back up to its rightful position of 1:12 in favor of Fishback. Pazook trails by 3. But if he gets that 3 and then rides for a little bit, or the ride out would be ideal, then we get another sudden victory bout. It's a nice shot from Fishback. Was Pazook going lat drop on that counter? I don't know. Gonna have to relook at that sequence, but starting to pick up again. 1:15. Single leg and nice finish from Fishback. He hasn't got it yet. That should be it there. Fishback very calm and collected on that finish. Pazook was going at him. Timed that re-attack well, fixing the double knee pads. Knee pad sleeves. And that makes it 11-5, so that puts the match not out of reach, but that was a tough one. So caution on Fishback. That score may have iced things. That was very clutch for Fishback. Nice Granby roll. And Pazook is out, so there's life for the West Pointers. Less than a minute to go. Five-point deficit. That's 2 takedowns and 1 escape, though. 45 seconds, though. Fishback has been better in neutral. Pazook had that short time takedown that fired everybody back up, but otherwise Fishback with re-attacks like that, so clean. Very impressive on Fishback. When he knows you got to shoot, he's got the timing and the feel down. Now they escape, but under 20 to go, 14-7 with riding time. Might as well go for it. It's a major decision no matter what. As Pazook goes for a shot, counter again by Fishback. He's trying to go out the back door. They roll through. 2 seconds. And great fight, but I don't know if you call it an upset, 29-26, when one guy's a redshirt freshman is just establishing himself. I call it a fun bout either way. Pazook going kitchen sink, throwing everything he had out there. Great heart by the senior, but Dylan Fishback, very impressive, especially those counters. Cannot leave an opening for a guy that savvy. Takes advantage of those small moments. And he made Pazook pay. And the Wolfpack take the lead. Team score 7-6 now, as they aren't looking to take their foot off the gas anytime soon, because there is Trent Hidley, number 5 in the nation, a 3-time All-American from Lewisburg, PA, going right at Daniel Lawrence. Knee pick over to a head and arm. Cement job, as they say in Pennsylvania, where Hidley's from. Did he get swipes there? So no swipes. He's asking, did I get back points? And then we got blood. I don't think they were having a conversation. Well, all smiles from Hidley now, as he has the 3-point advantage over Daniel Lawrence, a senior from Mahanoy or Mahoney. One of those two. Also of Pennsylvania. Apologies I didn't get the pronunciation of Lawrence's hometown. Missed it. But he is a senior for PA as he gets to his feet. And now it's, wow, just too easy. Underhook, level change. You see the Iranians do that internationally. Hidley competes internationally a lot, but we developed that here in the U.S. Kind of a throw by, but your whole body gets into it. You level change, you pivot your hips. The arms swim by, and just like that, 6-1. Lawrence fights to his feet. We'll see if Hidley goes back to that underhook. I have a feeling we'll see it again at some point. Oh, nice misdirection. Lawrence was there for him. Head-on shot, but stuffed, and yep. Can't relax in that short offense position with Hidley. Just maneuvers around him and now leads 9-2. Still over a minute left in the first period. He's out to the side headlock. And another takedown. And it's 12-3 and catch and release with those 3-point takedowns. 12-4. 8-point lead. Trent Hidley, lots of riding time. I don't know if we're going to get to the end of this match for that to matter, or the end of regulation anyway. We'll eventually get to the end of the match, I promise you that. Big snap from Trent Hidley. Used to have his brother Hayden on the staff as well, another multiple-time All-American for the Wolfpack. He's now coaching at North Dakota State with Obi Blanc. And that is how the Pat Popolizio coaching tree grows. Adam Hall still on staff as well, associate head coach. I could see him being poached for a head coaching gig not too far in the future. Underhook looking for a knee. There is the escape to make it 5-0, but Hidley right back at Lawrence. And 3 more would not be denied. They go out of bounds. Two minutes of riding time now. 10-point lead for Hidley. Close to rounding the 1-minute mark of the second period. There's the escape.
1-point escape for Daniel Lawrence.
Misdirection doesn't land for Hidley. And Lawrence doing everything he can to defend, but once again catching the head and the arm as he did early in the match, but this time he's going for the kill. He's got swipes. And there is the pinfall, Trent Hidley. And he raises the roof as well. And after this bout, when we see the hand raised, we're going to go to a 5-minute media timeout. Appreciate you guys being with us. welcome back, wrestling fans. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm Andrew Spey again with the second half of this Army versus NC State duel. NC State ranks 7th in our team tournament rankings, 2nd in the coaches poll, because they got ranked wrestlers all over the place, like Owen Treffin, number 12, taking on freshman Lucas Stoddard of Army from Ohio. Treffin wrestled at Blair in high school, but originally from Summerville, South Carolina, which is a rarity at the D1 level to see kids come out of the Palmetto State. Always nice to see, though. Shot now back to neutral. Now Treffin going right at Stoddard. That's stuff, though, as the cadets get back on the side of their classmate, Lucas, from Burton, Ohio. Shot from space, but Treffin was ready. Snap down, go behind with the knee pull. Makes it 3-0. Oh, looking for a lift and chin drop. It's Treffin. He had Stoddard weightless there for a second, although nice sit turn in by Stoddard. He is out, 3-1 the score, halfway through the first period. Snap by Treffin. Head and leg goes out the back. Spins behind for 3 more, 6-1. Immediately cuts Stoddard. 4-point lead, 45 seconds remaining in the first period. Double leg, go to bounds. He was not able to drag a toe, so Treffin does not score there. 38 seconds remaining. They jog back to the center. Collar tie, center of the mat, 15. There is a nice single leg to a double up in the air. Big slam down on the mat. Safely, though. 3 more points. And that was a short time. Man, Treffin with some power on that last one. That's tough to do. I mean, you know, you can say, oh, he's a light heavyweight or he's not a full-size heavyweight. It doesn't matter. 200, call it 230 pounds, which I think Stoddard's a little bigger than that, but you know, it has to be all 285 for it to be a lot of weight. And you know, they're trying to stop you from picking you up as well. Treffin underneath, he's up, he gallops free. And now it's an even 10 points for Treffin. That was some power. Still not over that move. Minute 25 to go in the second. Stoddard going right back at Treffin. He is not backing down. He's not packing it in. These Army guys, they're not going to bury their head in the mat or just wait for it to be over. They got some conditioning, as do the Wolfpack. So there's a stall warning. Goes on Stoddard. back to the center. 13-6 the score. Army did have a 6-3 lead after 3 bouts. Wolfpack won the last 2, including a pinfall by team leader Trent Hidley, who is going to be wrestling at the Bill Farrell, by the way. If you guys want some freestyle wrestling and some Greco. Tomorrow is Greco and women's. Saturday is going to be men's freestyle. Takes place in New York City. You can also watch that. You can watch that on FloWrestling. Action slowing down here. 15 seconds remain in the second period. 8-point lead. Riding time not a factor at the moment. Some hand fighting, and we go to the break. Treffin holding on to that 8-point lead, so it's a major right now. As Stoddard says, I want to go to my feet. And that is where the more crazy things can happen. He doesn't have a lot of time to try to get those home run balls. He's got to start hitting them out of the park quickly to overcome an 8-point deficit. Back to collar ties. Treffin happy to trade time as he slides in on a single leg very fast. Foot sweep. And down to the mat. Another 3 points for Owen Treffin. Smooth on that takedown. Ten-point lead. Riding time probably not going to factor in. So sitting on a major as we round the final minute of regulation. Wonder if there's any majors here in attendance. Lieutenants and colonels, perhaps. Definitely some sergeants, I would imagine. I see some medals over there behind Coach Ward and Coach Steve Blyce. Front headlock. Oh, and then Treffin counters right into Stoddard. A shot by Treffin that's going to give another stall warning on Stoddard, but it's pretty moot at this point. No riding time point, so dominant, 17-4. Major decision. Owen Treffin throws 4 more points on the board for NC State, and I like that. You get the big boys walking off. They're done grilling on the roof, and the light guys, the 125-pounders, normally the leadoff hitters, but today they are the back half of our 10 bouts. Another ranked matchup, but it's number 3, Jacob Camacho, showing why NC State's got one of the toughest lineups, top to bottom. Top 5 guy here for the Wolfpack, taking on Ethan Bergen. See the C at the end, that's a silent C, it is not Bergink. Ethan Bergen, number 23 of Army. Had a great freshman campaign. Undefeated for the first few months. Qualified for the NCAAs in his first year in the lineup. There's a nice little peek out, and he's in deep on Camacho, who was working his way through a front headlock progression. Bergen getting height. He's down on a leg. Camacho still in pretty good shape. Now he has height in this flurry. Bergen going under the knee. And he flips Camacho over. Hasn't gotten anything yet. Camacho's still in that leg. But Bergen trying to find an advantage. Now he goes for the switch. Camacho has to roll off his back. not letting go of that leg. This is a battle of wills. Plenty of time left. No stalemates. Let him keep going. Cross face for Bergen. He's still picking that ankle. Camacho hasn't let go. He refuses to let go. And there's the stalemate. I could have watched that a little bit longer, but I get it. Neither wrestler was really improving their situation, so everybody applauds that because it was great wrestling. Halfway, a little over halfway through this first period. Still zeros. It all started with that peek out from Bergen as he changes levels. I got to speak with him before this bout, and he said he's been talking to the sports psychologist just a few times, and it's really helped him focus on the wrestling and not worry about distractions. And it could be a lot when, for everybody at the D1 level, balancing school, being a student athlete. For the West Pointers, it's a little bit more. There's the military training, future officers of America. As it's starting to get physical, Camacho working some snaps. Now he clears the ties, drops down on a leg. Bergen trying to hold his ground. He's got a shin whizzer defense. He frees his leg. Now he's trying to go right at Camacho. 15 seconds remaining. These have been some high-paced matches. There's been a few, I don't want to call them mismatches, but certainly 197. Hidley was in control of that bout. Heavyweight was a little slower, but other than that, it has been high-paced action. 0-0 in this 125 bout. Bergen chooses bottom. We get back to action here with the lightweights. Middleweights certainly did their job providing action. Upperweights put some great efforts out on the mat. And you got to see one of the best wrestlers in all of college right now in Hidley, wrestling in a crazy stacked 197 this year. That's a weight class to watch. Camacho breaks down Bergen as he builds himself back up to a base. Sit, turn, and Bergen's out. Takes the early lead. Camacho stalks forward. Reaches for an ankle, doesn't get it. Another elbow post. Trying to get through those head and hands is Bergen. Now Camacho drops down to a single, looks for a double for a second. Back into some scrambles. Camacho doing a good job working up that leg. Whizzer from Bergen, but that's pretty tight from Camacho. Got a nice position here on that leg. See what Bergen does from here. And potentially dangerous. Camacho gave Bergen that out there by trying to pin that shin down against the joint. Good job by the referee seeing that and calling it. So Camacho was in good shape there. A little bit of a slip with the potentially dangerous. Nice re-attack from Bergen. Again going to that peek out, but this time Camacho was ready for him. Bergen just trying to wrestle from space. He likes being underneath that the head and the arm. Camacho reaching for a far knee, doesn't get it. And man, no takedowns from either wrestler, but tons of action. It's a classic low score in 125-pound bout. 8 seconds remaining in this period. We're gonna get another period though. Don't worry. We got more to go. Camacho goes right down. He is, we mentioned it earlier, I mentioned it. Maybe you are tired of hearing about it, but 3 Connecticut wrestlers. He is the second we've seen so far. Got one more to go for the Wolfpack. Looking for maybe a suck back, but wasn't there. Camacho's out. From Danbury, Connecticut. Bergen from Jeanette, Pennsylvania. And there's a stall warning on Bergen as Camacho goes in. He has been taking the lion's share of the committed shots. Out the back door, Bergen has to balance on his forehead. That's not fun. That takes a lot of neck strength. He's close to being in danger. And that's what the danger rule is for. Trying to fight off his back there. Camacho able to adjust. And now he gets the three-point takedown, leads 4-1. Very tight waist there. All the way around. I mean, these guys don't have much of a waistline. So when you got those longer limbs, you can get almost all the way around there in one arm. So Bergen needs to get up to his feet and figure out a way to score some points. Riding time getting close to over a minute as well. Camacho wants to just chew up clock, just wants to get that clock going down. Drops down to a leg. Bergen's not out yet. He puts his hands down. He knows, oh, and just like that, that's that reversal time, the flat reversal. He doesn't have the switch yet. Camacho picks a leg, great hips. Bergen was so close to that reversal. He still would have needed to score some more, but now Camacho, head in the side and the knee again. Potentially dangerous. Coach Hall does not want that one. But just 11 seconds to go. Bergen's going to be down. Camacho crowd in the center there a little bit. There's a little gamesmanship. But Bergen close there. That scramble, he needed it. Goes back to the switch. And Camacho going for the kill. He's going to get some swipes. He's just got a couple seconds. Bergen fights off his back. No pinfall. And that is going to be a major. Wow, that suck back there turned a regular decision into a major. Bergen's not going to be happy for that, but Camacho showing that he's the number 3 ranked wrestler in the nation for a reason. Wasn't going to settle for a decision. Great bout. Camacho with that killer instinct, though. Going for the fall at the end. All right, we are running through these bouts. Just 3 more to go. Very glad you guys could join us. We're at 133. And it is Jarrett Trombley for NC State immediately in on a single leg head on the outside. No Kyle Rini. He's ranked in the top 10. Trombley would be ranked if he was starting. That's how deep NC State is at this weight class. Taking on Brandon Basil, freshman. Already ranked, though. Beat Gable Strickland of Lock Haven, who Army beat last week. And a nice dual win for the West Pointers. That's the MAC champions, Lock Haven. Trombley, he's got those legs wrapped up. He hasn't scored yet, though. Now he hooks an ankle, and no escape from that hold. Trombley with the 3-0 lead. Went for a tilt, and now Basil with some height. Trombley reaching back for the single, and Basil will just take that escape. He's from Tampa Jesuit in Florida. Trombley from Owasso, Michigan. All right, back to the center. Got some hand fighting. 90 seconds remaining in the first period. Have to ask our rankers where Trombley would be if he was wrestling now, but he's got a nice career so far. He's a 3-time national qualifier. Reached the round of 16 twice, so he's won multiple matches 2 different occasions. Did not get to wrestle in 2020 when COVID took that tournament from all of us, especially the wrestlers, though. So he's a redshirt senior, but I believe he has another year of eligibility if he wants to use it. Under a minute to go in the first period. There's a little quick elbow post. Trombley scoots across the mat. He's coming out the back, head behind the knee, traps the other foot with his feet. Keeps working his way forward. Way out the back. See if Basil, and that neck's gonna need some ice. I see that, and I just think about how sore those necks are gonna go when they're got 2 guys' body weight on one head. Now they're hip to hip, and Basil, nice little scramble, avoids giving up a takedown as the period runs out. So could have been worse. 2-point deficit. Trombley takes bottom. Basil's got a brother that competes for UNI. And fun story Coach Ward mentioned earlier was they recruited Brandon's brother, who ended up electing to go to UNI, but Brandon remembered that visit. He remembered talking to the coaches. The parents remembered that visit, and turned out to pay off a few years later when they got Brandon to commit. As they scramble, and now Trombley close to a reversal. That's how we scored this, the takedown. Now he gets a 2 instead of a 3. And there's another Basil in the works that we may see wrestle in college in Tampa Jesuit. They go out of bounds, no change in position. So Trombley does well for himself there. Has a takedown and a reversal for 5 points. And there was no second whistle, but everybody saw it. Or second whistle came late. That was a caution on Trombley. You get 2 of them. He's used up 1. Basil peeling hands. He's up to his feet. He steps out and he's free. 5-2. Wrestling far side of the mat. There's a nice shot by Basil. Best opportunity he's had. Immediately diving over the back, reaching for a crotch lock is Trombley. Basil's got his feet on the mat. He was driving. Trombley, good adjustment. Basil's got height. He breaks that grip. Can he free his leg? No, Basil cannot get free yet. Trombley's still down on that leg. Basil just trying to get that right leg free. Looking for neutral danger. Now he switched to another leg. And they're still scrambling. And a crossface for Basil. Time runs out. No score. Trombley gutted that one out. He was getting hammered by Basil. Crossfaces left and right. Rolling over his back. He held on. That was tough. All right, so crowd's getting into this now. We go to the third. 5-2. Basil needs an escape and then more. Or a reversal would do it, but he gets to his feet. He's peeling hands again. Trombley can't keep him there. Back to the center they go. Trombley would likely be like a, I don't know, 15 or something. He was around a 16 last year. Lost to Ethan Oakley, who's ranked so far this year, but that's it. Beat Noah Certain for Missouri. He was wrestling 125, wrestled 133 the year before that. Got a very solid career. Back up to 133. Macho's back in the lineup, and now Kyorini doesn't want to give up that spot. So he's wrestling for more than just wins and losses. He's wrestling to get that starting job back. Now a shot by Basil, who did get that escape. So he's just down by 2. Trapping that arm is Trombley. Basil trying to step over. Trying to get height. Good job blocking with those legs is Trombley. Oh, they're giving 3 already. Should there be swipes? No swipes, but there's 3. And Coach Ward throws the brick. Were there near fall there? Oh, there was. Is it 8-5? Were there 3 and 2? They gave 3 for Trombley. It says Arini on the scoreboard. I'm just not realizing. That's Jared Trombley. So we're going to review that. Coach Ward did not think that was 3. I didn't either. But I don't know if I had the best angle. I'm trying to look at the replay myself. So they're going to go back to it. All right, I brought it up myself. I'm doing my own replay. Down on the leg. Oh, and then they say Trombley was around the waist, but I don't know. I'm sorry we don't have replay for you guys. You're just hearing me talk about it. So this is going to be a big change in the score. This is definitely going to affect the match. So the ruling is no takedown for Trombley. No reversal for Basil, but yes takedown for Basil. All right, flicker the lights. Let's get everybody pumped up here. Trombley still in this. Once again, it says Arini on the scoreboard. We'll get it fixed in post, I guess they say. I don't know. Anyway, it may stay that on your scoreboard. But know that is Jared Trombley. He's got to escape to tie this up. We'll see if Brandon Basil can get a ride, though. There goes the half. Trombley with those hips. Now he picks a leg. He cinches up the saddle. He could get more than just one. He's down on some legs. Was there 2? Yes, there was 2. And they're still scrambling. And now Basil. Is he going to hip over? Oh, Trombley survives that. And now Basil needs. Oh. Does he have 3 in near fall? What do they call here? 8 seconds to go. A stall call is all it is. There's another brick. Coach Ward gets it back. Oh, that's wild. And we're going to get another review. Might as well spend it if you got it. So another review. I'm not even going to speculate. I don't even want to look. We don't have a review for you guys, but the referees do have a good review. He had 8 seconds. I say, this is what I would just say, just regardless of what the video says. Just give them the escape and then make them wrestle a sudden victory, just for our entertainment. And no change. The call stands. I'd have to get a better look to form an opinion about that, but I'm guessing that's right. So 8 seconds. Riding time not a factor. Brandon Basil, can he escape in 8 seconds? Might as well be sudden victories. Up to his feet. Roll through. 2 seconds, 1 second. He doesn't get it. Jared Trombley holds on and silences the crowd here in Crystal Arena. Trombley survives. Brandon Basil, though, watch that guy. Watch out for him. Freshman Floridian put on a show, but Trombley would not be denied. Great match. Once again, Jared Trombley, not Kyorini. But we do our best. So 141, penultimate bout of the day. Logan Brown from Allen, Texas, taking on two-time NCAA qualifier Ryan Jack, who's in on a single leg early, finishes quickly for 3. And that's a 3-point lead for the top 10, number 7 to be precise. To enunciate precisely. Brown gets the escape to make it 3-1. And we're back in neutral. So screen this time is going to say Walls, yeah. Morris is what it says. But again, do know that it is Logan Brown, and that's how the match will be logged on the system. Logan has a brother that wrestles at the University of Maryland. So a Black Knight and a Terp in the family, as Jack very nicely gets out of that scramble. Has a Navy ride, I believe. Gives that up. So we're going to restart 6-1 with 1:06 remaining in the first period. Brown underneath again. There's the escape for Brown. They're at the near side of the mat here, right in front of us. And just like that, smooth. In for another takedown is Jack. He is the third of 3 Connecticut wrestlers. And that is the last I will bring up that state, I promise. Hammerlock in the back, kind of a rodeo ride. Final seconds of the first period. And they go back to the center. So things slowing down a little bit. We had some dynamite matches in this duel. 65 and 74 went the way of Army, but the close one at 33 broke towards the Wolfpack. And they have a 24-6 lead in the team score. 9-3 after that escape. So that's what 3 takedowns to none look like. Now with the 3-point takedown. I don't know about you guys. I like it. I think it's good. Takes a little adjustment. I do like yelling 2 more than I like yelling 3, but that's a minor inconvenience for what I think has enhanced the quality of the average wrestling match noticeably, which is a win in my book. It's not, it's not going to save or change the game for wrestling. As a nice little chasing a leg, go behind for Jack, makes it 12-3. I mean, I don't think it's going to make the SEC start a wrestling program at all their schools, but it's nice. It may not materially change ratings all that much, but you got to start with improving your product when you can, and that's what we're doing. So not to pat ourselves on the back too early, but I say good job, wrestling. 40 seconds remain in the second period, 12-4. Riding time's over a minute, 1:44 to be precise, as Jack going in again, and it's too good from neutral. He's just beaten Logan Brown to the positions. He's getting there a little bit faster. Yeah, that's reflected on the scoreboard. 11-point lead. Riding time's not locked up yet, but it will be soon in the third. Jack looking for a suck back. His brother in the corner with Pat Popolizio and Adam Hall. Now Jack's gonna take down. Jack stands to his feet, peeling hands. There's the escape. 12-point lead. So Tech fall within reach. Third period, 90 seconds to go. Brown trying to make something happen. He's still working. He's still hand fighting. Still looking for an opening. Jack very strong here in neutral, though. He's not giving an opening. And well-timed shot, covers a lot of ground. Head wheel over, 3 more. And that'll do it. Tech fall. Ryan Jack gets 5 more. So that's going to take us into the last bout. And in our last bout, Captain Matt Williams. So it might say Thomas Deck on your screen, but it's Matt Williams from Ohio.
I'm fixing it. Just give me 1 second, guys.
Trey McDaniel for Army. He's a little dinged up. He'll be okay, according to the coaches. Matt Williams.
Just give me 1 second. It's a. What's up? I gotta fix a name. 248. Yep. Just give me 1 second. Okay. 149.
Yep.
Let me grab it, guys. Stop.
And we're almost back to action, and away we go. Easy as Matthew Williams taking on Jackson Arrington, another top 10 wrestler. That's the Wolfpack lineup for you, top 6 to be precise. Sophomore from Sidman, Pennsylvania. Could be Sideman. I'm up to being corrected there. In on a single leg is Arrington. He collects the second leg, and Williams can't keep him off. Arrington works his way up. Arrington's so close to the All-American podium last year. Finished in the round of 12 as they go to bounds, and they'll get a fresh start. Was the 16 seed, so he outperformed his seed, making the round of 12. Fell to Brock Mahler in the blood round. Mahler, a 3-time All-American. So Williams scoots free to get his first point. In the pummel position, Arrington taking a little ground here. Right in front of the cadets. They're backing away a little bit. And still in the cylinder, but now they go out of bounds. Shot, reshot, Arrington trying to free that leg, and we get potentially dangerous. Williams went to CVCA, the abbreviation for, sure I get this right, Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy in Northeast Ohio. Shot from Arrington, though. Good defense by Williams. Arrington go for a knee pick. Comes behind. Granby roll. Oh, nice, Granby. Now he's down on a leg. Williams with some tricks. No score. Still 3-1. 42 seconds left in the first. Seconds left in this period. And muscling through. Williams looking for the fall. He's going to get swipes. His arm is keeping Williams from being flat there. See if Arrington can adjust and if Williams can scoot out of danger there. He's going to get the full complement of swipes. And the question is, can Arrington hold on? And he does. So 4 more, make it 10-1. As Arrington takes a commanding lead as we go to the second period of our final bout of the day. If you want to catch the Black Knights in action again, you don't have to wait long. Sunday, they're going to be wrestling also live on Flow. That's what you're tuned into now. So you should be able to do that should you choose. It's an all-day tournament starting at 10 a.m. right here in Army West Point, right here on campus. Or post, as they say. And if you want to watch NC State, I have more good news. Our next two duels will be on Flow tomorrow, Binghamton and Sacred Heart at Journeyman Wrestling Armbar at the Armory, as Arrington gets an escape and goes right in on a leg. And the next time you'll see the Wolfpack in action will be at the CKLV. Still neutral here, close to us at the table. And there's 3 more. So we're going to get a tech fall soon. So, man, is it already time for Thanksgiving and the Cliff Keen Invitational after that? I think so. I think it's almost turkey time. As we go out of bounds, 14-1. Let's see if Arrington goes for a little bit more riding, or if he cuts him. He does. So that's a 12-point lead. A takedown will do it. A 3-pointer away from wrapping up this duel. But, man, we had some excitement. We'll wrap things up very briefly at the end. But we got to see what happens here first. And Arrington trying to get all the way around. He does not. Williams keeps him at bay. Continues fighting. 48 seconds in the second period. There's a stall warning on Williams. Certainly not trying to stall, he's just trying to survive. Deep underhook from Arrington, trying to muscle his way through. Going for the lat drop, why not? And it's a 3-point takedown for number 6, Jackson Arrington. And that will do it. Tech fall makes it 34-6. Wolfpack takes 8 of 10 bouts here in Crystal